Hey there, how are you really doing today? I know life can be overwhelming, juggling responsibilities, dealing with unexpected challenges, and sometimes feeling like you're constantly reacting to the world around you. Maybe you've had one of those weeks where a small comment from someone triggered more stress than it should have. We've all been there. But what if there was a different way to handle it? What if peace wasn't something you had to search for, but something you could create within, no matter what's going on outside? In this video, we're diving into a powerful Buddhist principle that might just change the way you handle conflict, negativity, and emotional stress. It's not about ignoring your problems, it's about reclaiming your energy. So grab a cup of tea, take a deep breath, and let's explore a path to peace that starts from within. You'll want to stay with this one until the end. The power of ignoring. Have you ever looked back at a moment in your life that felt completely overwhelming and realized later it actually led you to something better? Maybe it was a job you lost, a relationship that ended, or a plan that suddenly fell apart. At the time it felt like chaos, but what if it wasn't? What if it was part of something bigger, something meaningful? In today's video, we're diving into a powerful idea rooted in Buddhist wisdom. Everything happens for a reason. Now that doesn't mean life is always easy or fair, but it does mean there's a deeper rhythm, a law of impermanence that's constantly moving us forward, even when it feels like we're standing still. Buddhism teaches that nothing in life is permanent. Everything changes. Our jobs, our bodies, our relationships, even our thoughts. But here's the beauty: when we learn to accept that instead of fighting it, we find peace. It's not about giving up or becoming passive. It's about flowing with life, rather than getting stuck in resistance. Think about a river. It doesn't cling to the rocks or try to freeze itself in place. It moves effortlessly. And the more we try to hold on to things, the more we suffer. But when we let go, even just a little, we find a kind of freedom most people spend their whole lives chasing. This video will walk you through the ancient Buddhist teachings on impermanence, karma, and the art of letting go. You'll learn how to stop resisting change, how to find meaning in life's difficult moments, and how to respond to pain without letting it define you. We'll also explore how simple mindset shifts, like asking "what is this teaching me" instead of "why me," can change the way you see the world and ultimately change your life. So if you've been feeling stuck, uncertain, or overwhelmed by things you can't control, stay with us until the end. We'll share a calming practice that can help you reconnect with the present moment and start trusting that life is unfolding exactly as it should. And if this message speaks to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Sometimes all it takes is a small shift in perspective to find the peace you've been searching for. 2. The trap of reaction. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to do wrong and still succeed, while others live kindly yet struggle? Why do good intentions sometimes go unnoticed, while bad behavior goes unpunished? It's a question many of us have asked at some point, but today we're going to look at it through the lens of ancient Buddhist wisdom. In this video, we're exploring one of the most profound and misunderstood teachings in Buddhism, karma. But don't worry, we're not talking about cosmic revenge or mystical punishments. Instead, karma is a natural law, much like gravity. It's the principle of cause and effect. Everything you think, say, or do creates an energy that eventually returns to shape your experience. You ought not see the results immediately. Sometimes the seeds we plant take years to grow, but they always do. And the best part? This teaching isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. It reminds us that no matter our past, we always have the power to change our future, starting with the thoughts we nurture, the words we speak, and the actions we choose every day. We'll share a beautiful story from the Buddhist tradition that illustrates this idea in a way that's deeply relatable, especially for those of us navigating the complexities of adult life. Whether you're dealing with regret, feeling stuck, or struggling to understand your path, this teaching can help you shift from feeling like life is happening to you, to realizing life is responding through you. You'll also learn how small, mindful changes in your behavior, like speaking with kindness, thinking with compassion, and acting with awareness, can have a ripple effect that transforms not just your life, but the world around you. So if you've ever felt powerless, discouraged, or lost in the chaos of it all, stay with us until the end. You'll walk away not only with insight, but with tools you can apply starting today. If this resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know in the comments, what kind of energy are you planting in your life right now? Because in the end, karma isn't about destiny, it's about responsibility, awareness, and the power to shape your reality. One thought at a time. Why we argue so much? Have you ever felt like you were holding on too tightly to a person, a job, a dream, or even just a version of yourself that no longer fits who you are today? Maybe you've experienced the sting of loss, or the anxiety that creeps in when life changes and you weren't ready for it. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. In fact, what you're feeling is something Buddhism has spoken about for centuries, and today, we're diving into a timeless teaching that might just change the way you look at your relationships, your emotions, and even your idea of happiness. In this video, we'll explore one of the most profound roots of human suffering, attachment. According to Buddhist philosophy, our pain doesn't come from loss alone. It comes from our resistance to letting go. We cling to people, possessions, outcomes, and expectations because we think they're the key to our happiness. But when those things shift, as they inevitably do, we're left feeling shaken, sometimes even broken. But what if the solution isn't about controlling what happens, but about changing how we relate to it? Together, we'll unpack what it means to truly let go, not as a form of giving up, but as a radical act of freedom and inner peace. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you love less. It means you stop trying to hold on to something that was never meant to be permanent in the first place. As the Buddha taught, when we let go of what we are, we become what we might. You'll hear a story that beautifully illustrates this teaching, a simple parable with a powerful message about how attachment blinds us to reality, and how acceptance can open the door to a deeper kind of peace, one not dependent on anything or anyone outside ourselves. We'll also explore how to recognize the subtle ways we hold on in daily life, and how to begin the process of loosening our grip on the past, on expectations, on needing others to be different in order for us to feel okay. Because here's the truth: when we stop resisting change, when we stop fighting reality, something remarkable happens. We feel lighter, freer, more alive. So if you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or heart-heavy from clinging to what once was, stay with us through the end. You may just find that what you've been searching for isn't in holding on tighter, but in learning how to release. If this message speaks to your heart, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let us know in the comments, what's one thing you've learned to let go of, and how did it change you? Your story could be the light someone else needs today. 3. The art of the non-response. Have you ever felt like life just isn't going according to plan? Maybe you worked hard for something, followed all the right steps, and still it fell apart. The job didn't work out, the relationship ended, the timing was off, and you were left wondering, why is this happening to me? If that sounds familiar, take a deep breath. You're not alone. And more importantly, what you're going through might just have a purpose greater than you can yet see. In today's video, we're exploring a profound Buddhist truth that many people overlook in modern life. True peace doesn't come from controlling everything around you. It comes from learning to trust the flow of life. We're taught from a young age to plan ahead, to fix problems, to stay in control. But life has a way of reminding us again and again that we're not in charge of the timeline. And here's where Buddhism offers a refreshing and deeply healing shift in perspective. What if nothing was truly random? What if every setback was actually a redirection? Buddhism calls this the Dharma, the natural order, the unseen intelligence that guides the unfolding of life. And while we may not always understand why something is happening, the idea is that everything unfolds at the exact right time, for the right reason. Even the painful part. You'll hear the powerful story of a farmer who remains calm through a series of misfortunes, simply repeating, "Who knows if this is good or bad?" And as his story unfolds, we begin to see a deep wisdom in that simple mindset, one that accepts what is, rather than wasting energy fighting it. Let's be honest, letting go of control can feel terrifying, especially when life gets chaotic. But what if surrendering didn't mean giving up? What if it meant choosing peace, even when you don't have all the answers? This episode will help you reframe challenges, embrace uncertainty, and find serenity, even when life doesn't cooperate. You'll learn the difference between passive resignation and wise acceptance. And most of all, you'll discover the quiet power that comes from trusting life, moment by moment. So if you've been feeling anxious, stuck, or exhausted from trying to hold it all together, stay with us. This might be the message your heart needs today. If this speaks to you, tap that like button, share your story in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. And tell us what's one thing in your life you're learning to stop controlling. Your insight could help someone else find peace. 4. Knowing when to speak or stay silent. Have you ever gone through a painful moment and thought, what's the point of all this? A breakup that shattered your heart, a job loss that made you question your worth, a diagnosis that shifted your world overnight. We've all been. Life throws things at us we never asked for, leaving us with wounds, confusion, and sometimes silence. But what if, hidden within every hardship, there was a deeper meaning? In today's video, we're going to explore a timeless Buddhist insight. Every adversity holds a lesson. Every painful experience is an opportunity for transformation. This isn't about spiritual bypassing or sugarcoating suffering. It's about looking pain in the eye and letting it become our teacher. Buddhism teaches that life is interconnected. Nothing happens in isolation. Every challenge, whether big or small, is part of a web of causes and conditions guiding us toward growth, even if we can't see it in the moment. Like a butterfly struggling to break free from its cocoon, it's the resistance, the very challenge, that gives it the strength to fly. You'll hear stories that illuminate this truth, stories of people who thought they were at their lowest, only to discover that their deepest pain became the soil where new wisdom could grow. And we'll gently invite you to ask, what has my suffering taught? What strength did I find in the middle of what I thought would break me? This episode is for you if you've ever looked at your past and wondered if it was all for nothing. It's for anyone carrying heartbreak, regret, or the weight of why. Because sometimes the most meaningful healing begins not when we have all the answers, but when we begin to ask different questions, like, what is this moment asking of me? What can I learn from this? Through the lens of Buddhist wisdom, we'll learn to shift from victimhood to growth, from clinging to the past to trusting the unfolding of our journey. You don't need to have it all figured out to find peace. You just need the courage to keep showing up, with openness, with self-compassion, and with the belief that your story is still being written. So if your heart feels heavy today, stay with us. Let this be your gentle reminder. Nothing is wasted. Every difficult moment carries the seed of awakening, and you, just by being here, are already on that path. If this message resonates with you, like this video, leave a comment sharing one lesson life has taught you through adversity. And don't forget to subscribe. Someone out there might need your words more than you know. 5 strategies to avoid conflict. In a world filled with endless noise, distractions, and the pressure to always do more, have you ever paused and wondered, Am I truly living or just getting through the day? So many of us go through life on autopilot, rushing from one task to the next, thinking about yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's worries, without ever being fully present in this moment. But what if peace, clarity, and even happiness weren't somewhere out there in the future, but right here, in the now? In this video, we're diving deep into one of Buddhism's most powerful and practical teachings, mindfulness, the art of being fully present. This isn't about retreating to a mountaintop or escaping reality. It's about learning to bring gentle awareness into your everyday life, into how you breathe, how you walk, how you speak, and even how you eat. You'll discover how the simple act of noticing your breath, your thoughts, your emotions, can radically shift your experience of life. Because the truth is, most of our suffering doesn't come from the moment we're in. It comes from the stories we tell ourselves about the past, or the fears we project into the future. But right now, in this very moment, is where peace lives. We'll share examples of how to practice mindfulness in real life when you're stuck in traffic, feeling overwhelmed at work, or simply washing the dishes. You'll see that being mindful isn't something extra to add to your to-do list. It's a new way of doing everything you already do, but with awareness and intention. We'll also look at why mindfulness is especially meaningful for those of us in the second half of life. As we get older, we begin to realize that time is precious, that the small, everyday moments are what life is truly made of. A quiet cup of coffee, a walk in the park, a meaningful conversation. These are the things we'll remember, not the rush, not the chaos. So if you're feeling scattered, stressed, or simply tired of living in a constant state of what's next, stay with us. Let this video be your reminder that peace doesn't come from changing your life. It comes from changing how you see your life, and mindfulness gives you that power. If this resonates with you, hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments. How are you bringing mindfulness into your day? And don't forget to subscribe. Let's create a life that isn't just busy, but awake. 6. The freedom of not getting hooked. Have you ever looked back at a painful experience and realized it actually shaped you into who you are today? That moment you thought would break you, it ended up building you. In the middle of chaos, it's hard to see the meaning. But what if, just what if, every difficulty you've ever faced carried a hidden lesson meant to move you forward? In this video, we'll explore how Buddhist wisdom helps us find meaning in life's toughest challenges. We're not talking about blind optimism or sugarcoating pain. Instead, we'll discover a deeper truth, that suffering isn't the enemy, it's the teacher. Buddhism teaches that every experience, no matter how confusing or painful, is part of an interconnected web of causes and conditions. Nothing is random, and nothing is wasted, if we're willing to learn from it. You'll hear powerful stories and reflections rooted in ancient Buddhist teachings that offer a fresh way to look at hardship, a broken relationship, a job loss, a health scare. These aren't just setbacks. They might be the very things that wake us up. As one Buddhist parable tells us, the butterfly needs the struggle of emerging from its cocoon to strengthen its wings. Help it too soon, and it never learns to fly. Our struggles are the same. The friction, the fire, that's where growth begins. In a world that tells us to avoid discomfort at all costs, this video invites you to sit with it, to listen, and to ask, what is life trying to teach me through this? We'll also explore practical ways to shift your mindset from why me to what for. A subtle but powerful change that helps transform pain into purpose. We'll show how journaling, mindful reflection, and even gratitude can help uncover the hidden gifts buried beneath the surface of suffering. And especially for those of us over 30 who've lived through heartbreaks, disappointments, and unexpected detours, this perspective becomes even more powerful because it reminds us we haven't just survived. We've grown, we've become more resilient, more compassionate, more aware. That's wisdom. That's the gold hidden in the fire. So if you're going through something heavy right now or carrying pain from your past, please stay with us. This video isn't here to fix everything. It's here to offer insight, comfort, and maybe, just maybe, a new way to see your story. If this message resonates with you, hit like, leave a comment sharing what life lesson you've learned from adversity, and subscribe for more mindful reflections. Sometimes the deepest healing begins with simply knowing you're not alone, and that every moment, even the hard ones, have a reason. 7. Cultivating an unshakable mind. Have you ever driven somewhere and realized you don't remember a single detail of the road? Or found yourself scrolling through your phone while eating dinner, barely tasting the food in front of you? In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught between the regrets of the past and the worries of the future, never fully living in the only place we truly exist, the present moment. This video is an invitation, a gentle pause in your busy day to come back to yourself, right here, right now. Drawing from ancient Buddhist wisdom, we explore the life-changing practice of mindfulness, or sati in Pali, and how it offers more than just stress relief. It's a path to clarity, peace, and presence, especially for those of us navigating the responsibilities, transitions, and emotional weight that often come with life after 30. You'll learn why the Buddha considered mindfulness not just a technique, but a foundation for inner freedom. Being mindful doesn't mean you stop having thoughts or emotions. It means you stop being controlled by them. Imagine observing your anxiety like a passing cloud rather than getting swept up in its storm, or savoring a moment with your loved ones without the mental noise of to-do lists. That's the power of presence. In this video, we'll share simple, effective tools from mindful breathing and eating to anchor practices you can do anytime, whether you're stuck in traffic, walking your dog, or waiting in line. You'll discover how just a few seconds of awareness can shift your entire day. We also explore how mindfulness breaks the cycle of reactive living. You'll see how it gives you the space to choose your response, rather than defaulting to frustration or fear. And over time, this choice becomes a way of life, one filled with intention, not autopilot. For those of us over 30, mindfulness offers something especially profound, a way to slow down and reconnect with what really matters. We've spent years chasing goals, balancing work and family, perhaps even healing from past wounds. Mindfulness reminds us that now is all we truly have, and that within this now lies everything we've been searching for. So if you've been feeling scattered, disconnected, or just exhausted by the constant noise of life, stay with us. This isn't just another self-help trend. It's a timeless practice with the power to transform how you experience the world, one breath at a time. If this message resonates with you, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What moment today could you approach with more mindfulness? Like, share, and subscribe to join us each week as we dive deeper into Buddhist wisdom and practices that help us live with more peace, purpose, and presence. Attention is your most valuable resource. Have you ever wondered, if I'm not my thoughts, then who am I? We spend our lives listening to a constant stream of inner dialogue, thoughts about the past, worries about the future, judgments, fears, fantasies. Yet according to ancient Buddhist wisdom, these thoughts do not define us. In fact, true freedom begins the moment we realize we are not our thoughts. In this video, we'll take you on a journey into one of the most mind-opening teachings in Buddhism, the principle of anatta, or non-self. You'll discover how the self you think you are is not as solid or permanent as it seems. And rather than that being a frightening idea, it's actually the key to profound inner peace and emotional freedom. This message is especially powerful for those of us in our 30s, 40s, and beyond, who've spent decades building an identity, chasing stability, or reacting to life based on subconscious habits. Buddhism offers us a powerful mirror to look within, not to judge ourselves, but to understand how our mind works, and more importantly, how we can stop being enslaved by it. We'll explore the 5 aggregates, the components that make up our sense of self, and how mindfulness allows us to observe thoughts, emotions, and sensations without getting caught in them. Imagine being able to step back from a wave of anger or insecurity and simply watch it rise and fall, like a cloud drifting across a vast sky. That's the art of wise attention. Through real-world examples and simple practices, we'll show how to apply this wisdom to daily life. Whether you're dealing with a stressful work situation, family tension, or your own inner critic, this video gives you the tools to return to center, regain clarity, and move forward with calm awareness. You'll also hear a powerful story about a monk and his reflection on the self, a story that may just shift how you see yourself and the world around you. So if you're tired of being dragged around by your thoughts, if you've ever wished for a quieter mind or a deeper sense of who you really are, stay with us. This isn't just philosophy, it's a practical path to inner strength, grounded in 2,500 years of wisdom, now backed by modern psychology and neuroscience. If any part of this speaks to you, don't scroll away. Take this moment to be fully present. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're ready to dive deeper into the mind, let go of what no longer serves you, and live with more freedom, self-awareness, and 9. True freedom and peace. What if the real source of your stress, frustration, and constant emotional exhaustion isn't the people around you but your own reactions to them? Let's be honest. How many times have you walked away from a conversation, a social media comment, or even a passing remark from a coworker, replaying it in your head for hours? We've all been there. As we get older, especially after 30, we start to value our peace more than ever. And yet we still get pulled into arguments, subtle provocations, and the urge to prove ourselves. But what if the answer isn't in winning these battles, but in not showing up for them at all? In this video, we explore one of Buddhism's most liberating concepts, the power of non-reaction. This isn't about being passive or ignoring reality. It's about mastering your mind to the point where not everything needs your energy, where silence becomes more powerful than speaking, where calm becomes your superpower. You'll learn why some people provoke you just to get a reaction, and how falling into their trap drains you mentally, emotionally, and even physically. We'll explore stories and teachings that reveal how not engaging in conflict is not weakness, but wisdom. Imagine becoming the kind of person who doesn't flinch when challenged, who walks away from drama without losing dignity, and who chooses peace over pride every time. And this doesn't mean you become a doormat. We'll show you how to tell the difference between silence rooted in strength and silence born from fear, between choosing not to engage and choosing when to speak up in a way that truly matters. This video also offers practical tools, phrases to use in the middle of tense moments, mindfulness techniques to regain your calm in seconds, and mindset shifts that will help you stop taking things personally. We'll even touch on how humor and detachment can disarm negativity before it takes hold. Whether you're a parent navigating family tension, a professional dealing with difficult colleagues, or simply someone who's tired of being emotionally hijacked, this message is for you, because peace of mind is not just a spiritual concept, it's a daily choice. So stay with us. Don't just watch. Absorb. This could be the beginning of a new chapter, one where your energy is protected, your reactions are intentional, and your mind becomes your ally instead of your enemy. And if this resonates with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know in the comments, what's one situation you wish you had responded to with silence instead of reaction? Let's grow together with calm, clarity, and confidence. In a world full of conflicts and constant stress, one of the most powerful lessons Buddhism teaches us is the art of non-reaction. Instead of falling into the trap of defending our ego or reacting to every provocation, true strength lies in the ability to remain calm and not engage. This doesn't mean we ignore reality, rather we choose to protect our peace by not allowing external conflicts to disturb our inner balance. When we stop fighting every battle and learn to walk away from unnecessary drama, we regain control over our lives and emotions. Embrace the wisdom of non-reaction and notice how your relationships and your well-being transform. Choose peace over pride. If this resonates with you, like, comment and share with someone who might need this reminder. And don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing insights on how to live with purpose and tranquility.